secret, by the way, is he's deep down inside, he really is a nice guy. It drives me nuts.
He has a certain persona he has to project. You know?
It's not fake. He's one of the nicest people in the world.
He really is.
I can tell you so many stories where he's extended himself outside of backgammon to help others. It's just, there's nobody like him. He's just an amazing person. And ZDENEK's is no slouch. He's just a great kid. I guess he's not a kid anymore. Is he 25?
26.
26? He's too tall for me. Otherwise, I like him.
Well,
We're not having
are any too short for you?
No, that's not the case for me. That's right. It reminds me of one of my favorite quotes. I saw the other day. I saw a midget climbing down a prison wall, and I thought, gee, that's a little condescending. Talk about short people.
That's bad.
I see. People love puns or hate them. You're one of those haters.
Well, and just for the record, Bill Spruce, yes, he's already played 3 strenuous, tough matches already today. And actually, the 12th round of the UBC has been rescheduled from 10 p.m. tonight until 9 p.m. tonight. So all of y'all take note of that. Rather than 10 p.m., which has been publicized, now it is at 9 p.m. local.
And that's ZDENEK and Thomas Mariner, and I understand they're tied?
They are tied.
Isn't that amazing? And they also are playing at some of the lowest PR, which means the best skill in the history of the...
And it's such that... no, they're not tied.
Oh, they're not tied.
ZZ is up 12-10.
Oh, he came back.
He won all 3 everything today.
I missed it when I was I was recuperating today. Wow.
So tonight, if Thomas wins 2 points, both the PR and the score, then it'll be 12-12.
And then what?
And Thomas will win on the PR. The cumulative
the PR wins. PR wins. Okay.
He's already a little bit below.
All right, here we go.
And if he wins the PR, then he'll stay a little bit below. Right.
Here we go. We got Mochy playing the black checkers on the bottom. That 4-3 opening I love. That's my favorite. Mochy's one of the few top players who will also slot with a 4-1 most of the time, which is kind of aggressive, but he likes to be aggressive.
Well, actually, this is a AI version of Phil we have here today. He is sick, but we generated an AI version of him here.
The problem with AI is they would know if it was AI. It would be too smart. So 5-3 for Mochy. He makes the 3-point. It's tempting to just split, but you're not supposed to split against stacks. So I like this play. This is the fastest I've ever seen Mochy play. 5-3 again.
No.
Now he's got a...
Well, he can't move either the back, so it's
but
he's going to make the 8 and either go to the 3 or the 5.
Isn't there an argument for hitting when you're out when you have him outboarded?
Now he's got to go to the. Whoa, I don't like this.
I think there's an argument for
Maybe
hitting.
Maybe he goes 6-3.
Pros don't like to put checkers out of play like that, but sometimes you have to. I guess hitting's out of the question, or he would look at it. Because he has him outboarded.
Well, now he's going to look at it.
Yes. See, that's my play. That is my play right there. You're outboarded. Everything else is ugly. Put him up. Good things can happen. Well, he must have heard that it was my play and took it back.
Well, and here we go. As we talked about, Mochy, if nothing else, is very thorough, right? So he's investing some
he might use
significant time in this.
He might use up half his clock on the first game, which is totally what I teach not to do. Hey, he made my play. He hit. Yes, I feel like a winner. Hit dance.
Maybe he subscribes to the Sebastian Wilkinson, a great quote of his. He gets low on time. And he said he likes to play with little time because he can't sell himself on something stupid. Right?
I like that. I've never heard that. That's wonderful. Sebastian's one of my favorite people in backgammon. He's very clever. He's got that wry English attitude.
And
I hope he does some commentary.
Very quick.
Is he here? Is he?
I haven't seen him. I don't know if he.
I hope he comes and does some commentary with us. He's great.
He's going to be in New Orleans with us.
Oh, great. I'm not going to miss New Orleans for sure. I'm even coming with some of my friends from the Bahamas are coming up, and I'm going to play with one of my students.
Tobias is the, what shall we say, commentary chairman or something
Great.
in New Orleans?
Oh, Tobias is super. He's got that cute little German accent that makes him sound smart.
Okay.
Oh, he's too good
Now,
to double. He's too good to
good.
double.
I think you play on.
You play on because if you roll a
He
three,
could pick up the second checker. He could make another point. Oh, he's going to
doesn't
cash it.
You know why? Winning 1 or 2 points at this score is not a big deal. So to be too good, you got to really be too good. It just doesn't gain your equity. Maybe it picks up 4% equity at this score to win a gammon. So you should cash more. And I wouldn't bet against Mochy on something like that. He knows that stuff. He taught me that stuff. Mochy's one of my teachers at the Backgammon Learning Center, and we work together, and he's added a lot of great material, and he's helped my game personally and my teaching. That's a no-brainer. Now you do have to split, even though you're splitting into stacks, because it's just too ugly to stay back there, and you want to put pressure on the outfield. He's thinking about just running because he's up in the race, as opposed to playing the pointing game. And I really have problems with these myself. I like making 2 points because they're stacked.
2 points is 2 points, right?
Another great quote. Those are 2 points too. That's more of a running game. You're up in the race. That's
I like
idea.
the 2 interior points personally.
I do too, because you had a stack on both points, on both your 8 and 5 points. I like to unstack.
Bernhard Meyer greeting us, Bill and Phil.
Oh, hey, Bernhard. Mochy needs to anchor up here with a 3 or 6. Oh, well, Mochy really needs to anchor up here.
He does need that anchor, or
That's I love it when my opponents say, "Oh, you're so lucky you rolled doubles." This is actually a bad roll for Mochy.
Going to say he may give the opportunity or get the opportunity to make this an even match after this roll.
I think it's a take, though. I think it's a take. It may well be a double for a Z. We don't need XG to find out. We just see what the players do.
There you go.
Yeah, he agrees it's a take too. He's not doubling. There's not enough market losers.
Another set of 3s.
I make the bar and pray.
2 up.
Oh, 2 up is a possibility, but I still like the bar.
I could make either argument.
Well, if the cube were turned, I'd be more inclined to hit 2 and go for get more gammons that way. But I think you just win the game more by making the bar. Those are certainly the only 2 reasonable choices, aren't they? Yeah, there's no way to come off the back and have 2 more good 3s anywhere. So that's why you don't play off the 18, because you just don't have anything else you can do with the other 2 3s.
And you don't need or want the 2 point at this point. So.
And here he is coming out the back when I said you don't have anything you can do with it. I see the logic.
Well, it's interesting because, you were willing just to make the bar and leave the blot on the 13. So that was another variation of leaving the blot on the 13. But I like the 2 hits.
Well, if he dances, it's certainly...
Ooh.
This is too good with 2 checkers up. He's bound to roll a 5 or a 2 or an 8.
And he's got, what, 9, 10, 11 in the zone?
Yeah, this is too good. too good, meaning that if he doubled, he would only win a point. And by playing on, he's more likely to win 2 points and win a gammon. Unless Mochy rolls some jokers here, like double twos, double fours, or even if he comes in with 1, he's still going to be too good. And he did. And I would still roll on. 6s and 1s hit. 6s, 1s, and 11s. You're going to hit loose. It's not quite as good as it was last time. He may be thinking the same thing that Mochy was thinking. What's the value of winning a gammon at this score? It's not that big. Maybe he'll cash. If he hits loose and gets hit back, it's not good. Yeah, he's cashing.
He cashes it.
Yeah. Mochy can't be thinking about taking it.
Can't imagine Mochy taking this.
I'm thinking it might be too good. Mochy's thinking take. One of us is not that smart.
One of us is way off.
Yeah, one of us is way out. You want to bet who? All right, he passed. Bill, by the way, do you have any idea how much all your equipment weighs that you bring to a tournament like this? Have you ever weighed
Coming
it?
to Monte Carlo, including a few clothes, which we checked 6 70-pound bags,
Oh,
2 50-pound bags,
oh,
and we had 2 carry-on roller bags that probably weighed 40 pounds apiece, and we had 2 backpacks that probably weighed 25 or 30 pounds apiece.
no wonder you look so strong. Just carrying the equipment. Wow. It is because when I look in that room and see the equipment that you brought and all these camera angles that we're getting, it's just there's nothing else that's ever come close in backgammon for streaming. There's nothing comes close. You guys are the Rolls Royce of backgammon. All right. Mochy needs to anchor or hit, and he anchors. I think you have to anchor.
Yeah, much as he might like the 4-point, I think he has the anchor here.
Although the 4 is ugly, he has to come down, leaving a lot of shots. There's an argument for the 4-point, but even after you make the 4 points, he's going to hit loose with any 5 or 3. Wow.
Okay.
That goes against
Now,
he hasn't picked up his dice, though.
But Mochy's standard modus operandi is to make a play like this, just to look at it and then move it back and make some other play ultimately.
Well, this is certainly my play.
That's the kind of his analysis process.
Look at the one you're not sure of and see how.
Right.
All right, so he made our play. And he got rewarded. He didn't get hit. Although this is still a very nice roll. What else you going to do? Now Mochy has a lot of rolls that make good points, and that's one of them.
Oh,
Makes 2 good
I
points.
guess that's good, yeah.
2 good points.
Could have made the bar, but he wanted to unstack the 6.
And the 4-point has real big value, too.
Yeah. I'm sorry? Oh, really? He said that Hossein is streaming this too. He's streaming our stream on
that's
Mochy's
cool.
channel.
That's great. I know the last year's finals had 100,000 watchers within 1 week, and I think over 200,000
Now.
Yeah. So we're starting to really grow the interest. You're not wasting your time with all this equipment that you're lugging to these tournaments. People are interested. But be sure you hit the like button, because that really helps us.
Yeah, Bernhard, these are they're kind of a matte checker. They're very light, which some people may not like.
I like that they don't reflect the light, so they don't glare when we're watching.
They don't show any glare whatsoever, and but they are extremely light, which, some people like heavier checkers, but to each our own.
Well, I'm a partner in P40, and we have the metal rimmed heavy checkers, and I love that. And I like the Jeffrey Parker checkers with the metal rims. That's what we actually copied that. Are you saying that I would copy somebody else?
No.
All right. So Z is thinking about doubling. He's got 3 checkers behind a 4 prime and 1 to get out. Oh, that is a beautiful roll. It's going to be double pass unless Mochy performs, and 6-1 is not performing. I think it's double pass after this play. Does he come out? I think so. He doesn't want to get stuck there.
I don't know, some woman from Germany saying it's a Einhorn board. I'm not sure if she's referring to the board or referring to some position. But it's a Galaxy board, or prototype of a Galaxy board.
So I predicted this double, and I predicted pass, but I could be wrong. I don't like this position if I'm Mochy. The 4 is pretty bad. If you don't hit him with the 4, you still...
When he doesn't have much time.
Oh, he took it.
All. He
took it.
I'm a little surprised at that. He doesn't have, well, neither of them have much timing for the short term there.
Wow, I really thought that was a pass. And obviously I'm wrong if Mochy took it, and he didn't take too long to think about it. Well, there's a saying, almost all prime versus primes are takes, and this is pretty much like a prime versus prime situation. And they almost are all takes. Unless there's a really lopsided timing. And Mochy is at the edge of the prime, so he's not going to get gammoned. I know I have a theory that I learned from Jake Jacobs in a money game. If I'm not quite sure, as long as it doesn't look like many gammons, just grab the cube. Because you're only risking 1 more point.
Ah.
Did somebody put that in?
Thank you for that, Hussein. I can't really watch the, he's got Mochy, on the Mochy channel, Hussein streaming it with XG, but I can't really watch it because we give up the chat.
But was it a take or pass?
Was it a take or a pass, Hussein?
This is, I think, simple. You just clear that back point. Nothing else you can do. I guess you could play 6-4. Yeah, play a little bigger. I would do this. A lot more flexibility. Gives him a good 5.
Again, they're both kind of fresh out of timing here.
Somebody
Simon says it wasn't actually
wasn't even
a double.
Wow. That's why Mochy scooped it so fast. It wasn't even a double. Wow.
Is that by analysis or opinion? 5% no double. Thank you, Hussein.
That means it was a great take. Wow. He took it pretty quick, too. So I would have passed it. Maybe he'd have suckered me. You don't sucker Mochy. Ooh. You like the 6 out?
Wow.
You like the 6 out with the blot there, but it's still very, very risky.
You know, or did he have a spare on the 4? He might come out and hit, but he doesn't. So, okay, Simon's transcribing as well. Thank you, Simon, for the input.
Yeah, whenever we look right and good, please post it. You just can't come out here. There's just too many pick and passes, or even if he were to hit loose and have 2 blots, you still have a 5 prime. So you can't. That's why you can't come out with a 6.
If you do this, Phil, I would almost be tempted to
Go to the ace.
go to the ace.
These are close. these are close. And if it wasn't close, Mochy wouldn't be taking so
Yeah.
long.
'Cause I'd like to keep that spare on the 8. But
Well,
we'll see.
Mochy values the 2 point more than the 1 point, as he should, and that's his logic.
Hey, hey, hey. Again, that's that way he goes back to his original. He looks at
Looks at the bad play first to see how bad it is.
reasonable alternative, and
Maybe that's how he talks himself into the right play, by moving the bad play first and saying, "Oh, this looks bad. I'll do the other one." Oh, there's another 6-1. If he didn't have that blot on the ace, he could come out with a 6 and hit, but
yeah,
the blot hurts it.
he could hit here.
Wow, that's a big hit. That's how you win.
Doesn't have much timing.
Mochy's got a lot of good numbers here, and that's certainly one of them.
Well, man,
That's big. That's about as big
huge
as you can play.
there.
That's what we call a big play.
What we call cojones.
In addition to the 3s that hit, he now gets hit with a 2-5 and a 2-6. So that's a lot more numbers.
And he has 3 blots in play.
Right. There's an argument for switching from the 6 point to the 3.
There's an argument for switching from the 5 to the 2.
You switch to the 3, you leave no blot.
Yes.
Okay, he's glad he didn't make the other play. That would have been hit. Now Mochy's just going to try not to get gammoned. Now, do you save a 6? I think you do. I would actually clear the 6 point. Yeah.
I think this is probably right.
I would have just cleared the
Because
6 point and saved 2 sixes.
He's got 2 behind a 5 prime with builders. So if you have to leave with a 6, you're really vulnerable.
But I would have saved 2 sixes. Which, again, every time I say something that Mochy didn't do, I'm wrong. But I don't have problem getting money games, and sometimes Mochy does. So that's the difference between us.
Yeah, for different reasons. Okay.
How many sixes can he roll? He cannot come out. You just cannot do it.
I don't think so. I mean, that's
No.
just asking for it.
1s, 3s, plus 2s and 4s and 5s hit inside. So that's 1, 3, 2, 4, 5 hits.
Simon said Phil's switch was right.
Okay, thank you, Simon. See, whenever I'm right,
Don't,
I
don't
really
say
appreciate
that
it.
too loud, Simon.
My head just got bigger.
You
see
could give him
see my head grow?
and affect your own credibility.
Well, once in a while, I got to get it right. I make an opinion on
Well,
almost
that's
every
right.
play.
You know, twice a day, a broken
Right.
clock's correct.
That's right. Saving sixes is just, if you're trying to not get gammon here and just sit and wait and hope you roll double sixes, that's the way you do it.
Don't go bragging about getting some wine, Bernhard, when you can't take care of me and Phil with some too, you know?
I can't have alcohol for a while. I'm on antibiotics.
You know, that's talking about antibiotics and alcohol and this, that, and the other. You know, they always have those warnings, for...
Yeah.
And I asked my doctor one time, I said, what's the deal with this? I said, will it kill you? He said, no, but you'll wish you were dead.
That was a great answer. I like your doctor. So they do have people in Houston with a sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
So he would like to see Mochy have to go. Now Mochy has to go with a 4 or a 6, and that increases his gammon chances.
Okay, so he's got...
And now he's going to whack away.
Now it's just attack city.
He would like a 7, but he'll take anything that hits.
Any number that will hit. Oh, hits and covers. Wow.
I roll it. I roll it.
That,
All right, double ones would be nice. Any one would be nice. 1-6 would even be nice. Now it's closed the door and he's waiting for
now
that
he'd
hit.
like to get an ace in here.
Nope.
Doesn't get it.
So now gammon chances are much less.
Gammon chances are much less.
If he hit that second checker, he'd have about 40% gammon chances. And without hitting it, he's probably down to what, 12? Oops. The gammon chances just went up.
Mochy would like to enter. Oh,
Yeah, 'cause there's not a shot
another
leader.
big set, and he's in business.
One more dance and he's in business. Oh, he came in. Now he's probably not going to get gammon.
You know, we have talked about that,
Uh-oh.
and in fact, we did it one year. But this guy was saying we should put signs on the back of our chairs like "Don't talk to the commentators."
Yeah,
We've done that in the past.
I think we should.
Didn't help much. But
I think we should though. It's distracting. It'll keep me away for one thing. Well, that last double set up a possible gammon here. See, remember when I said that Mochy had an easy take because he's not going to get gammon?
right, I recall that. I'm going to get Tar to bring me out a pad here. And I'm just going to keep track of all of your.
Well, my mother used to say I only open my mouth to change feet. So I do put my foot in my mouth a lot.
I did tell him, but I'll reiterate that. Stream 1 will have the UBC final at 9 p.m.
Is that match over?
Not the aforementioned. No, it's not. Not the aforementioned 10 p.m. It's at 9 p.m.
Mochy needs a very big roll here. And that's not very big. He's going to have double sixes. Is there any way to get double fives? 4, 1, 1, 2, 3. No.
Well, he's got it.
No, double six is the only thing that will get him off the game. The gammon. That's assuming ZDENEK doesn't roll a double.
Double fives will work,
It will?
won't it? Yeah, if you move to the 11. No, it doesn't get you off, though. No, I don't think you can get it to work. But.
I think he's going to need double sixes.
Huh?
So look, the only way he's going to get off the gammon is if he rolls double six, or we may be wrong and it's double five. And look how much time he's taking on this. The odds of it mattering are very, very small, and he's using up a lot of time on his clock. This is something that I've never understood about Mochy. I've asked him about it, and he just smiles. He doesn't ever tell me why he uses so much time on the clock. Because even if he gets it right, how often is he going to roll that double six or double five? He's going to need double six. Okay, here it is. And he used up half a minute on the clock. Double fours doesn't do it.
Well, you know, and we, and this was the third game, but we had commented about the first game. Mochy might use half his time or something.
Yeah.
Well, he's used a third of the time,
Right.
roughly.
And he used a whole minute on a play that would only going to matter 1 out of 36 times.
Yeah.
And that, less than that, because that might even roll a double. He might even get a chance to play.
Backgammon's a game of thin margins, but not quite that thin. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. The way I was taught by my mentor, by Perry Gartner, is when you have a play, ask yourself, how big a deal is this? How much is it going to matter? If it isn't going to matter that much, just flip a coin if you have to. Don't waste your clock. If it's something that's not going to matter very much or very often.
Okay.
What's the roll? 6-2?
3.
Oh, 6-2 you would hit. Yeah,
3.
6-3. Okay. 6-3. That was a big win for ZDENEK. That 4 points there was really huge. Didn't I tell you that was a pass? Mochy should have listened to me. It wasn't even a double. But he
Why?
got gammoned.
Why playing from left side? You can play from either side. Doesn't matter.
It matters if you're superstitious. But I have a saying about that. Superstition brings bad luck. So if two players sit down and they both want to bear off to the right, they roll for it. So that happens sometimes. It doesn't happen at this level, though. They don't care which way they go. And by the way, if you're used to playing one way because you're playing online, you're usually bearing off to the right, I highly recommend that you do play the other way sometimes, because you need to see what your opponent should do just as well as you need to see what you would do. So get used to playing both sides.
One of my funniest anecdotes playing backgammon at a tournament one time. You know, we sit down and just start setting them up, and the guy said, "Oh, I want to go the other way." And I'm like, "Great, we'll go the other way." And then, you know, I'm setting up white checkers. He said, "Well, I wanted to be white checkers." And I was like, "Fine, be white checkers." And some other decision come along, and I'm like, "Okay, Jesus Christ." Oh, and I put a cube out that had Bill on it. You know, he says, "Well, I don't like that." And I said, "Why?" And he says, "Because, you know, it's got your name on it." And I said, "Okay." And I dig in my bag,
I hope you killed that guy.
and I had a cube that I'd bought in Con a few years ago, and the 64 was replaced with the bird. Right? And I put it on the table and pointed it toward him, and I said, "I don't suppose you want to play with this one either."
I need that cube. I need that cube desperately. That's great. That's a great story. Did you kill the guy, by the way?
I don't even
Oh,
recall.
I would remember if I beat that guy. Picky people.
Yeah, I knew it was okay. I knew it. I didn't want to change it here because we wouldn't.
All right, Mochy is thinking of doubling. He's got a heck of a lot of pointing numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I told everybody.
About 14 pointing numbers on the 5 point.
I guess.
That's not one of them. 6, 5.
Yeah.
Normally you make the 18 point here, but not when you're leaving 2 blots. I think you
That's Mochy backgammon.
You might hit. Yeah, you hit because you just don't have a clean way to play this. And the 6, I'm tempted to come up mainly because I wouldn't want to strip my 13 point. He is going to make the anchor. Well,
Just
it's
as a quick aside, and I don't want to lose any viewers, but if you hardcore people out there that like to watch with an XG feed, Hussein is transcribing with XG and restreaming our stream on the Mochy Backgammon channel. So if you're hardcore and want to watch the XG feed as well, now of course, does he lose to Bill and Phil picture, or are we're still on? Okay. Just wanted to be sure.
And Hussein, next time get your ass over to Monte Carlo. We can use you right here.
Put you to work.
Yeah. Hussein's such a great guy anyway. He's just fun to have around. He's in Turkey, though. What's he doing on the Japanese channel?
I think he's on the Mochy payroll channel.
Ah, I see.
I hope he's like a golf caddy or something. You know what I mean? They get 10%, right?
No, Hussein's a brilliant tech guy. He knows his technology stuff, and he knows about marketing and streaming. He's really a lot smarter than he looks.
Yeah, ZZ wanted to play the 12th match of the UBC immediately following the 11th match.
Oh, God, I would be exhausted.
It had been promoted that it was going to be shown at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
tonight, published and everything, and Marc and them said, no. We promoted it, Justin and everybody mentioned it on the stream, but they did finally agree to change it to 9 p.m.
You think ZZ wanted to play it right away because he's got better stamina?
He wanted to play it right away because I think, one, he had all the momentum in the world. He got all 6 points so far this morning.
Yeah.
And he knew that he was playing in this high roller
yeah.
jackpot. He didn't want to.
Isn't there a super jackpot too?
There's a super jackpot too that's like 1,500 or something.
1,500.
This is 7,500.
So you're saying that's 15,000?
No, this is the largest.
Oh, this is the largest. The high roller is higher than the super. Okay. Super means to me super.
And
It's
this
just the
is
opposite.
our dear late old friend. This is actually the Patty Rubin Memorial High Roller.
I miss Patty.
Patty was a piece of work.
Patty was great. She was a real promoter of the game for so many years.
You know, and it's funny because, I mean, Patty was a tenacious negotiator and, you know,
Yeah.
all that sort of thing. But she had a heart of gold. I mean, she would sit down and argue with you for an hour over $10 difference. And then she'd take you to dinner.
Right. I've never been to dinner with Patty and Ronnie where I paid.
Yeah.
They got their favorite Chinese restaurant in
Vegas.
Vegas that
Yeah.
I used to go to all the time. They're just sweet,
Kinda
generous
off the
people.
back of a strip center almost.
Yeah,
like off the strip.
that's it. It was great. Ronnie's still living in Vegas, playing a lot of bridge and living with Matt Cohn-Geyer.
Yeah, I was going to say Matt Cohn-Geyer is sharing that almost a penthouse.
Uh-huh.
Might be a penthouse. Top floor? I don't know. Right overlooking
It's
Wynn,
got
Las Vegas.
oh,
and the Wynn,
it's got a
golf
balcony
course.
outside that goes around. You can see just about everything. They're living the life. They're having a great life. What's happening here is so close. The first big roll is going to win this game with the cube. So we're in the point right here where you stop. I use the Keith count mostly for races, but when you're all inside like this, you really need to learn how to play EPC, effective pip counting, because it's all about rolls versus pips and so on. And it's kind of complicated, but it's well worth it because it's so accurate. Mochy's a little behind here. He's not gonna double. But if he rolls real bad here and he rolled really good here, that's 12 pips. The average pips is 8. So when you roll 4 over the average, you really are doing very well. See how he didn't play 6 to 3? He wanted to unstack the 5-point. He might have a double here. 10, 20, 35, 37 pips. 10, 20, 33, 41, 45.
There it
30.
is.
He's up 8 pips. That's way too much. It's just a big pass.
And it's what?
37, 45.
8 checkers against 9, 8 on roll, and 8 pip differential.
Yeah, it's a big pass. That double 3 was the nail in the coffin. But he's looking at it.
It's kind of tempting in points. I mean, there are some misses in Mochy's future, but there's also some misses in ZZ's future as well.
But neither one of them has any technical wastage, according to Trice or Keith. And pips is pips. Another thing I learned from Jake Jacobs. Pips is pips. He's up 8 pips. Did I count it wrong? Yeah, big pass.
Stubby says it's 6 pips.
6 pips, okay. Well, 6, 8. Why be so picky?
Hussein says it's a pass by 135, so huge pass.
That's a pretty big pass.
Thank you, Hussein.
We certainly can't
Now,
fault the
just a
guy for
quick
thinking.
update. Let me look
Yeah,
around.
all right. What's happening in the Open?
Joe was up. Now it's 9-6. Hideaki.
Really, Joe
9-6
Joe started out with 5 to 1
to
I was
13.
watching. Yeah.
9-6 to 13.
Joe Russell, of course, a world champion. He also made the finals one other time.
Look at this to date. Mochy 159, ZZ 169.
Oh my God!
I mean,
I'm going to quit criticizing their plays.
come on, guys. You know.
Wow. Well, did we start out by saying they're 2 of the best in the world?
I think we did, and we were correct.
So I just got to remember the saying. Oh, that was good. That's right. Good play.
Good find.
That should be the extent of my commentary when you're watching the 2 best players in the world. Or 2 of the best, certainly.
We can probably not make it so much about the technical aspects and just have the human interests and anecdotes.
Yeah. Well, I personally think Mochy's far better dressed than Z. We can, he's wearing a sport coat. And Mochy always dresses very nicely.
Very nicely.
And Z's a poker player.
But
so
Z's a lot taller.
Oh, my God. What is he, 6'7"?
I don't think he's that tall, but he's tall.
From where I stand, he's 9 feet tall. So there's a saying, if you can make the 5 point, it usually can't be too wrong. And he made the 5 point. 5-3. Here's a chance to make the 5 point, but you can point on him. I think pointing and making the point on his head might be more valuable here because you're leaving all those blots around. So I would make the 3 point, but let's see what's right. Mochy's looking at my play. There's other plays besides making the 5 point also. There's cleaning up that outfield. I don't like cleaning. Well, that's what he's looking at. And then there's making the 5 point. I don't think he can afford to make the 5 point, leave all those blots.
Somebody wants to know the significance of your collection of bracelets.
It's a little bit of a long story that I'll tell as soon as we have a break because I don't want to distract from what's going on. But it's an interesting story, and I'll be happy to tell the story. I'm just trying to blend in. I don't like to be noticed. All right, so he did the cleanup job. I would have been very tempted to make the 3, but I'm sure Mochy's play is more likely to be right than mine. 6-3. When you're up in the race. And Mochy is clearly up in this race by enough to be thinking about just not leaving shots. Bring it home, baby. Notice how he didn't come in.
Knows he's not going to get a shot anytime soon.
Right.
So he slotted the 2 points.
Plus, he wants to leave. He wants to have a 6 to play in case it gets awkward.
Yeah, and he unstacked all the spares on the 6.
Mm-hmm. I think this guy knows what he's doing. I come down. I like having much more flexibility, and he agreed. Okay, now the race changed, and you have to look at this. And yep, now it's swung. That's 16 pips. Changed the momentum on the race. I'm clearing the bar point. I'm clearing the 13 just for flexibility. And Mochy's not making points.
I don't think he can hold them both long enough to justify that play.
Yeah, I didn't think he could hold the outfield. And it's just cleaner to come off the 18, the 13 rather. There's some logic in this, but there's no way he's getting a shot. I'll have to study that play. That's one I don't agree with. Maybe it's close.
Now, how big is the lead here? Z's apparently thinking it's a double by .038, according to Hussein.
0.3.
He's 12 pips up.
0.38 is not much. That's around 4%. That's not a lot. And one thing that might slow you down doubling is you're winning in the match. Anytime you're ahead, you want to be a little slower with the cube.
There it is. Good find.
Double take.
Oh, you take.
And Mochy has to take not just because of the race. It's not exactly automatic that ZDENEK is going to clear the 14 point. And now he's going for flexibility.
Yeah,
you just can't hold that point long enough.
Correct.
So Mochy might get a shot, and he might get lucky in the race. He had 2 reasons to take. Nice diversification. Now, do you volunteer? No, he's not volunteering. There's an argument for giving him a 1 shot and ending it, but Slot the 2 and advance. There you go. That's it. Now he played the 5. There's the 1. It's really not a nice way to move the checkers, but these two guys are sharp enough to know exactly where they came from. That would be a legal movement in my book. If you make a move and you're going to take it back, you got to take it back to the original and then make your play. Otherwise, it can get confusing. And make the 2 and come closer. And closer and go to the 8 point. Come on.
I think Z's leading in the race, but that gives him the trouble, potential trouble, no timing to clear that point.
Right. You're more likely to leave a shot. That's a good roll to advance, but it's bad for the race. Well, so it's 8 double 2s. Yeah. It's 8 pips. That's an average roll. He's winning, so that's why he wants to go forward.
Yeah.
He's saving a 6. And by the way, this saves a 6 and a 5 to leave that checker outside, so he isn't forced to leave a shot on the next roll. If he rolls 6-1 or 6-2 or 5-1 or 5-2. Does Mochy bring 2 in for the race, or do you leave 1 out? And you save yourself a high one. He's leaving 1 out. I wouldn't leave 2 out. You want to bring those crossovers matter for the race.
Russell won a 4-pointer, so it's Russell 10-9 to 13. They're taking a break.
I like Hideaki. He's a really nice, sweet guy, but Joe's one of my best friends. So we spent a couple days together in Nice and Cannes before we came here. We had a ball. We always do. Now, do you run or do you wait? Well, you don't crack your board by waiting. That's one reason you might stay. And he is. And you're counting the race. Even if he doesn't get a shot, he slows him down if he rolls. See, he slows him down quite a bit, even if he doesn't get the shot. And that's a lot of wastage now he's caused ZDENEK to have. Oh, that's not the roll he wanted.
Neither one of them wanted to see a 2-2.
All right, this is where the rubber hits the road. Oh, very, very nice roll.
It's the 7,500 euro high roller. First round. What a draw.
That's the thing about Monte Carlo. We see matchups like this all the time. I mean, you go to a normal tournament, you might have 2 or 3 matchups like this in the entire week. We're going to see a lot of them over this course of this week, where we're going to see 2 unbelievable players playing each other.
You know, I'd like, and we were deciding which, and obviously this was the obvious decision as to which one to stream. But another great match the first round was Dagfinn Snarheim and Bill Phipps.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And Phipps, people didn't know too much because he's been away from the game. He came back with a vengeance recently, won a tournament. He won the high roller event that Ralph Bird and Mochy put on in L.A.
And he did very well in Chicago.
And he did well in Chicago. I mean, Phipps is really making a name for himself. Phipps also moved to Las Vegas and is spending a lot of time with our friend Matt Kongeyer and Ronnie Rubin.
And they have both
and Jim Pasco
made reservations for New Orleans.
Oh,
Matt
great.
Kongeyer and
Well, anybody's going to New Orleans, Bill. We don't want to miss any of your events. Your events are great, and New Orleans happens to be, well, they have the beignets, the Café du Monde.
Café du Monde.
And I
They
like.
even have those in the airport. They have a Café du Monde in the airport.
I think that takes away from it for me. I'm
It
sorry.
does. It does, definitely.
I think it's the
Not
charm of the
not
cafe.
quarter, you know.
I mean, it's the same thing when.
One 2 9 1 8 9.
Their PRs are both under 2. Wow. I haven't seen that many matches in my life until the last couple of years where you see people playing anything close to this kind of. But even that, the difference between playing 3 and playing 2 is monstrous. I mean, it's not 1 PR. It's not twice as good. It's like 5 times as good. It's like perfection. Ooh, I don't know what to do here. This is so good. Players don't like to do this, but I don't see many alternatives. I think I run the back checker. I don't like making the 3-point, but this is my play. Okay, I finally got one right. I agreed with Mochy. Now, Mochy is very tempted to hit here, and he certainly loved that roll. Hit and cover. The word "and" is one of my favorite words in backgammon. It means you're doing 2 things. Double 6, nowhere near a double in my opinion. The race isn't good enough. 1 checker
To
back.
answer Mr. Yim's question, this is a Kronos clock. These are high-end, very, very nice clocks. Fairly expensive and extremely difficult to get a hold of anymore. Tara found a couple.
They're not using a Riles clock?
No,
I like your clock because you can put the cube on top. Right on top of the clock. I love that.
this Kronos clock, the pause button is flush.
Oh, okay.
So you can set a cube on top of it.
I
as
guess
well.
you could. But one of the reasons I like to set a cube on top is because I always like to play with a baffle box. So on the other side,
Right,
I would
right.
have a baffle box. And I think the Simborg baffle box is the right one to play with.
Is that right?
I may be a little prejudiced. I
May
don't-
have a bias.
I
there.
may have a slight bias. So aside from New Orleans, which we plugged a couple times, I want to remind everybody of a tournament that I'm helping promote in Jamaica in August, and we're going to get a hell of a turnout for that. We got a lot of great players coming. Wachtel, Wells, of course, Akiko and Michi come every year. Michael Niegu. I'm afraid to name names. I might leave people out. Layla's coming. We have some great.
Well, you had Avi ran a qualifier that
Oh,
finished
yeah.
this past week,
64 players to qualify to come to that tournament.
and Eduardo Maciel from
Yes.
Brazil won that.
He's coming. That's right. And he beat Paul Lindemann in the finals. And Paul's come a couple years. He's from Charlotte.
And then, not long after Jamaica and then New Orleans, Tara and I will get back home like Monday night or Tuesday morning from
Uh-huh.
New Orleans, and we leave Friday to go to Dubai.
Oh yeah, I'll be there
Yeah.
doing the commentary
So
with you.
we have
That's right.
that's one of the great gigs
Right.
there is.
And right before, I'll be in the Bahamas doing some lecturing right before Jamaica. But then the one tournament that I never ever miss is the New York Open. It's the largest tournament in the United States. It's run by my good friend Lynn Ehrlich. And one of the reasons it's such a great tournament, aside from being the largest, is that it draws some really top European and Asian players. It is just the quality of the play is really high.
Yeah, I mean, for the Europeans, it's a
It's an easier one to get to.
comparatively short jump
Right.
across the north side of the pond there.
And I've fallen in love with New York. And you're a 6-minute train ride from from the World Trade Center where the tournament is. So that's one I wouldn't miss. There's a lot of great tournaments, and they're growing. They're all getting more people because they're fun. 8-2.
Yeah.
ZDENEK's really. I like when a score gets lopsided because that changes both the checker play and the cube strategy. You don't necessarily play pure gammon go and gammon save, but it's on your mind. You start thinking to be to play a lot more for gammons when you're losing and to play a lot more safely when you're winning. And you also use your cube decisions differently. So I think that's where it gets more fascinating to me.
Okay. We can do it.
Do you do everything she says? It sounds like to me you
Yes,
do.
pretty much.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, all I hear is yes, ma'am from you for the last 5-10 years. How many years has it been now?
We've been together 10.
10 years? Yeah. All I hear is yes, ma'am for 10 years. And there's a good reason. She's smarter than you. And better looking.
She's a genius at this
Oh,
video and audio
Yeah.
productions on these streams.
yeah. Now I see why you married her.
Gets me all these trips to
Right.
Sweden and Monte Carlo and Dubai and
Right.
other places.
And she's strong. She can help carry that equipment. All right, this is a hit.
Didn't have to lift it as high. She's short.
3-5. This is a very strong position now for ZDENEK. Aside from the fact that he's winning,
Okay, but
he's going to
look
be
here.
slow to cube. Do you come in and anchor or do you come in and hit? I hit.
Ah.
I don't think there's that much to attack in the
Well,
infield.
I think I may hit because ZDENEK doesn't have much flexibility of play,
Play C.
but we know Mochy's proclivities is to make this play and then go back to the other.
Yeah, I come in and hit. One thing you can be sure of, he won't do it too fast. You can see Mochy's used up 7 minutes more on his clock than ZZ.
Hey, David. David.
So he's looking at the anchor play again.
Sit down and talk to him for a while. Sure, I could do a little bit.
Oh no, David Wells? I told you not to get people who are smarter than me, Bill. Makes me look bad. Welcome, David. Love to see you.
Hello, everybody.
My roommate from the last couple weeks in Cannes and Nice, and going to be my roommate in Jamaica too.
Looking forward to that one. That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
that's going to be fun. So we got two lousy players here. They're making all kinds of plays that I would never make. They're both playing under 2 PR. Look right there.
Wow,
Both playing under 2 PR.
impressive.
So try not to be too critical.
Well, Mochy's only got 2 points. How hard is that? And
What do you think? You taking or passing? I'm passing.
oh, he's on the roof.
Yeah.
7 away. I'm probably passing as well. But I want to think about it a little bit. You are trailing massively. This is difficult.
That's what I said earlier. When you have a lopsided score, it makes things more interesting and different.
Yeah, this would be an easy pass with I think a normal score, but here it's actually quite a decision.
I don't think so. I think it's a big pass. I'm going to go out on a limb. Even at this score, I think it's a pass. But Hussein is putting it in XG for us, and he'll let us know.
I'm not convinced. I'm not. Mochy's not sure either. Hard one to evaluate.
So you think it's close?
Well, because you're trailing, I think it's a decision. White's, but it's a little hard to evaluate being on the roof with that structure. But
Well, Bernard Mayer says it's a happy take for me.
yeah,
So
I think I would. Take
I have
it
a
as well.
tremendous amount of respect for Bernard's opinion. So
I mean, Black's going to come in before White can get his checkers around, and then he's going to have a holding game of sorts with a pretty pure position, right? He's got all of his Mochy's got all of his checkers in reasonable spots, even though he's a.
all right. So what I thought was a big pass could easily be a big take, or a take anyway. That's why they're sitting there and I'm sitting here.
Well, it's not a scoop. Mochy spent a minute or two already.
Mochy always uses lots of time. You can see He's already used 9 minutes more than ZZ.
Right.
So Bill Rouse mentioned earlier that I was ill, and I told you that I had to go to the hospital. I wanted to play my match, but David Wells, my buddy, forced me to go to the hospital and probably saved my life.
Mochy agrees with the take.
I want to thank you again.
Yeah, well, sorry you lost that side bet.
Yeah. Okay. It's a very interesting position too. Very interesting. For money, this has to be a pass, wouldn't it?
For money, it would probably. It's close, I think.
All right. So ZZ didn't do anything spectacular. But see, if you're Mochy and you roll a 2, it's not that easy to hit here unless you do something nice with it.
Well, Mochy can. This is a game you can try to win later, right? You just come in and then try to develop your board.
He's not praying for a 2 here.
Oh, he wants a 2. A 2 is good. Oh, that is a very good 2. That one is.
Oh, I meant something in with the 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, great shot by ZZ. And he should come down probably.
Well, he doesn't have too many choices.
Well,
it's down or in.
Mochy's so stripped. Mochy can't really hit off with,
Yeah.
Comes in with a 1-2. He's not going to hit that checker. Comes in with so this looks clear.
You'd almost like him to hit that checker.
Yeah, he won't. He'll play another.
Yeah.
Hit a hit on the 3-point or something, as opposed to. And now ZZ's really wants to clear his 13-point as soon as possible, and it's tempting to do it now. Yeah, he's thinking. Yeah. It's just not a point.
So you immediately honed in on the 13. I'm looking at 5 checkers all over the place, and you are thinking 13 point.
Well, he remade it, but
Okay.
which wasn't clear to me that it was a remake. But he didn't have a very good 2 otherwise, other than 6-4. See, this position, I feel like it morphed into something you understood pretty quickly, though, where it looked kind of like a take as soon as you rolled the 2.
You mean even I understand, is
Well,
what you
I'm
mean.
just saying it became more familiar with anybody who plays the
It's
game.
more of a standard position. Yeah.
This is a very good roll.
Oh, okay. Thank you. When we have a break, I'll... Thank you. Are you in this event, David?
I should have played, but I did not.
You
I
should.
regretted it.
You
after
should
I
play
realized
everything.
The field got big.
You got 16 players at $7,500. You're in the super?
I was up late. My friend went to the hospital last night.
Ah, and by the way, you also brought your friend late at night all the things I needed. So thank you and Chris Trencher for bringing me all of my
Thank
supplies.
you for not dying.
I didn't do that on purpose.
Mochy's in trouble here. He did not cover, so just run out. Seems thinking of bringing him in for builders, but coming out seems. Look at this roll, a bit of a joker here. He's pretty sure he should just cover here. The other one is just too many blocks. I don't think Mochy likes playing the play he doesn't like making first. So
Yep, we mentioned that earlier, and he does do that. That's not a bad idea. You make the play you think is second best, and sometimes you might change your mind, or it'll help you make the first
this
play.
looks just too loose. Oh, he doesn't. I'd like to see this one. It's really good when he doesn't roll the 2. I guess you can also make the anchor when he rolls it.
How do you not make the 3-point here?
No, you make the 2
cover.
point.
Oh, you cover. That's
Yeah.
right. You don't want to. You don't want the blot. Okay.
Getting hit would be very bad, and he did not get hit. Decent shake.
So Mochy made a big play there hitting. You wouldn't have done that.
I would have thought longer. I'm not super confident.
Don't
on
you
it.
hit and come out with the 5 here? You must hit. Oh, it's a 2. I'm sorry. I thought he had a 5-1. He doesn't want to give him a 6 from the bar.
But
I can't.
yeah, I guess not.
I can't see any reason to do it. Why be that generous?
Yeah, it seems unnecessary. He really that's a great roll. You know, he's considering bringing it in, but I don't think he'll do it.
Yeah, Mochy's board's kind of strong. Mochy would have liked a 1 there.
Mochy's board is no longer so strong. 6-3
Yeah.
is the only play here.
Yeah.
Mochy's really on the ropes now.
If there was a way to hit on the 1, he would, but he can't.
So he can also bring 2 down, but I get
He wants to attack. Again, he's looking at his second favorite play first. Maybe. That's another play.
yeah, you're not really afraid of getting hit, but it's a little deep to go to the 4. It's okay though. This is probably what I would do. This looks very normal.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't think there's any question about this play. He'd come off the 24. You get gammon too much sitting there. It's not an asset. And Mochy agreed. He must have heard me and took it because it was my play.
Yeah, had he had the board, he would have made the other play and left the blot there. The problem with this play is now he only has 5s out, and if he had went on the 24, he had 6s and 5s out. That's a good roll.
Oh, why don't you use the 5?
Well,
Okay.
yeah, that was weird moving the 6 first.
We
but,
all grabbed that 5 so fast because we're thinking 5, 5, 5, 5.
Yeah,
We want to get those back
I think
checkers
he was
out.
just teasing, playing that checker. He should no shots now, so I guess if there were any shot numbers, he probably would have made the point, but there were none. So that argues for purity. That's a good roll. That's a great roll.
Yeah, for
Should
getting
st-
off the gammon.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is his goal at this point. He could
Right.
slop into a win, but your first thought is, how do I not get gammoned?
He's got 5s out, so he wants to get himself a 4 to cover there.
Good catch, David. That's right. He didn't want to dupe his 5s.
Yep.
So duplicating and unduplicating are two of the major theories you always think about when you're playing the checkers. Unduplicating your rolls and duplicating your opponent's rolls.
You just got to come out here. There's only 2 numbers that leave shots.
Uh-huh.
So that's enough. You don't want to, there's no reason to do anything creative here.
Those 2 numbers are 6, 1, and 1, 6. Some people might not know that there's 2 ways to roll a 1, 6. So it counts out 2 out of the 36. There's no point in covering because there's not a roll that leaves a shot.
Exactly.
So you don't waste any pips when you're trying to get off of a gammon. And there's still not a roll that leaves a shot for Z. You know, winning 2 more points here is actually pretty big. It increased his equity quite a bit in this match. If he wins it, he's a pretty big favorite too. Mochy's not a favorite to get gammon. Usually gammons from the 2-point are around 8% when you have all your checkers in. So maybe he's got about 12% gammons, something like that.
And just bring him in and plan on running out next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Getting any opportunity to.
And now he will certainly run if he can. And he can't. Now the gammons probably went up to 14%, maybe 18%.
Should just clear the rear, I think.
Yeah, Mochy's board's too strong to play 2. Plus, you're winning. You don't want to. You don't need to gamble much. There he goes. Oh, he got the roll that gives him the shot. It was only 6-3 and 5-3. Wow.
So you probably just want to hit because you need 5 or 6 and Mochy gets no future shots. And you win a few more gammons by hitting as well.
Mochy
And
desperately needed the 2 there. If he'd have rolled the 2, he'd have been a favorite. In fact, he'd probably won the game with a recube. That was a big 6-3 that turned out not to be so big. Okay, so this game is pretty much history. I can't.
yeah, that's Jin.
Open it up for me, please. I'm going to take a look and see who else is in this field of this high roller event. I bet you there's a couple of other good players. I already saw Oliver Squire, who's been one of the hottest young players in a long, long time from England. Peter J. Thompson.
Like this match.
Yeah,
PJT lost.
PJT lost.
To who?
I don't know, but
A bit of it.
in the open, he lost to one of my students, to Blake Fleetwood.
Oh, wow.
I'm very proud of Blake for doing that. Snarheim is in here. Bill Phipps, very fine player. He's really come on strong lately. He's always been strong, but he's been away for a while. Mario Cool, who's been tearing it up in recent years. And they're taking a break, which we should do too. 10-2. I would take a break too. That's a smart call if your name is Mochy and you're losing 10-2 to go wash your face. Maybe the guy will have to go to the hospital.
Updated PRs lately?
Oh, I don't think he. Yeah, here they are. 2.3, 2.7.
We got some blunders back.
Yeah, because they went from under 2 PR to this ridiculously horrible 2.3 and 2.7 PR.
That's been a tough game.
I would have liked to see that last game. I would have liked to see that last
I
game.
want to see the cube.
I want to see that when he hit 2 as opposed to making the point as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I
that's
would have
what.
done something different there.
Yeah.
But
Well, Hussein.
considering what his PR
Hussein,
was,
let
I
us
bet I
know.
was right. But I was right.
Yeah, I bet you David was right not to hit there. It was a big play.
Mochy went from 1.3 to 2.7 and or 2.
He had to have blundered. He had to have blundered.
1 point. What was he before?
The only other blunder could have been the cube,
The take.
the take.
Yeah, I would have taken that as well.
Well, Bernard would have taken it too. So
It kind of looked like a take pretty quickly, the way it played out. But that being a little resort oriented, of course.
well, and of course, there's also the score going for you. You're down that much in the score, you should be tending to take more. So, David, you're coming to Jamaica. What other tournaments are you going to make this year? You going to New Orleans?
There's a chance. I've never really been to New Orleans.
Oh
it's one
my
of the
God,
few
I
cities
will-
in the country I've never
I
explored.
will show you food, Galatoire's, Commander's Palace, Antoine's, and not to mention the beignets at Cafe Du Monde. That's my favorite food city.
I'll try to show up. It
Oh,
sounds fun.
I might even buy you a cup of coffee.
I appreciate it.
That's what you're going to make New York. New York is the Linz tournament, the biggest in the United States. We already coming to Jamaica. I'm going to make Minnesota, I'm pretty sure, this year. I love the people who run it, and I like the tournament.
I'll try to come to Minnesota as well.
Remember we were there? We camped out in the woods before it?
Yeah, it was
Was
fun.
that last year or
was
year
last,
before?
That was last year.
That was so much fun. We were camping out at your stepfather's.
Yep.
That was so much fun. You had a beautiful place in the woods. You gonna do? You
We
gotta
went
do
on a
that
little boat in the lake. And
Oh, it's great.
Some swimming and fishing and
with Yao and Samantha, David's beautiful wife and child.
catching frogs and turtles.
Yeah, it was really nice. That was one of the highlights. And before that, Lynn and I stopped off in Lake Geneva with Vlad and had a ball there.
Well, maybe we'll arrange that cabin in the
That
woods
would-
again and do another day.
That
or
would
two
be
out
a
there.
big incentive. Although I'm not sure. I think am I coming straight from Dubai?
Oh,
to
you're
that
probably
tournament?
flying direct.
I'm flying directly from Dubai, I think.
Yeah, you won't be driving to.
Yeah, I'm doing
Wisconsin
commentary
this
in
time.
Dubai and Cyprus this year.
Well, I'll try to make Dubai certainly.
Yeah. Okay, so How when you're losing 10-2?
You're definitely looking to be aggressive.
Don't you play gammon go from the very start in every game?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And ZZ will have to be very careful with his initial cubes,
Okay.
not wanting to get it back on 4.
So gammon save. Joe Sylvester told me he coined that term, and he may have. He probably did before there were computers. And Joe, when Joe Sylvester lived with me back in the 90s, before the computers came out, he was playing gammon save at these scores, and then the Snowy came out, and it didn't. And everybody said, oh, Joe was wrong. And then Extreme Gammon came out and agreed with Joe that you do play gammon save and gammon go at these scores. So what we're talking about is if you want to win more gammons on the opening rolls, you start slotting with a 5-1 and 4-1. You bring checkers down with 4-3 and 3-2. With 6-4, you actually make your 2-point. You're trying to blitz. You're trying to win gammons. If you're on the other side, if you're ZZ, you do just the opposite. You're trying to make a high anchor, because if you can make your opponent's 5-point, 4-point, or 7-point, you're not going to get gammon very much. So you just sit there, you try to win the game, and don't get gammon. So that's gammon save and gammon go, and it's really much more fun to me. These lopsided scores are great. I mean, I would almost like to see matches where somebody starts out at 10-2, and then the next match the other guy starts out at 10-2, and see what happens. And
Hitting 2 checkers was correct.
Hitting 2 was correct.
The cube was no double.
Wow. So we were way off, and Mochy was right.
Well, it was a big take, but only 117 take.
That's a big take.
Yeah.
That's a very big. He didn't take a long time to think about it. He grabbed it. I'm going to see what's happening with my buddy Joe Russell in that match. Be right back on it. You can go to stream 1 and you can find out right away what's happening in the finals of the championship. I'm so happy to see Joe there. And Hideaki's a really nice kid too, but I was kind of sad to see my friend Herb Roman lose in the semis, because he's on a roll lately. He's been really doing great. Let me look. It's 2 away, 2 away. The cube is turned, so it's DMP. Joe has 20 seconds on the clock, and I'm going to give you 50-1 he doesn't time out.
He's got 20 seconds on the clock?
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is
20 seconds is a lot. David and I, when we get together, we often play super speed gammon, where you have 30 seconds on the clock for a 5-point match and 7-second delay.
I've only had my clock, I believe, go down, I think, only once in my life. But I was partnered with a very weak player. Me and this player named Kazuki were partners in doubles. Our clock went down.
I didn't think Kazuki was that weak, but it's interesting.
It was a little embarrassing. Time with Kazuki. We both assumed the other one knew.
The only time I ever clocked out, I also had a very weak partner, and I timed out on purpose. I was playing with Rory. I leaned over so he couldn't see the clock. I was just tired of hearing him talk. This is a true story. Playing Bob Coca.
This is.
I shouldn't be telling.
You're not
going to
get many doubles partners.
No, but Rory knows the story. So we had Rory was going on and on about this play that I didn't care about. So I leaned over because he was sitting to my left and the clock was to my right, and we timed out. And I said, "Oh, what a shame." I was so relieved to get done with the game. Rory and I are good friends, by the way. That's why I can say things like this. We get along beautifully now. It took him a while to recover from that one, but I didn't tell him for 5 years that I did it on purpose. So that's my clock out story. And obviously, if you time out, if your clock goes out, you lose. Now we do a nice thing in Jamaica and other tournaments for intermediates and beginners. We want them to lose the clock because we think the game is better with it and they need to learn. But if they time out, they don't lose the match. They get an extra minute and can continue. And a minute's usually enough to where they can still finish the match. So it is a penalty, but it isn't the end of the world, which I think is a really nice thing to do for people who aren't used to using the clock. So after this, we have a dinner break. And the other night, David took me to Beausoleil to a pizza restaurant. He said, "This is the best pizza in the world." And I said, "Bologna," and he was right. So I trust David when it comes to food, although we had incredible pizza in Nice. We had an amazing pizza we slopped into in Nice. Yeah, I think they know something about pizza in France and Italy. And it's the dough that's so good. They know something about the dough, too. So I don't know the numbers yet, but Marc Olsen told me that they sold more rooms than ever in the history of this tournament at the Fairmont to the players. So that's a pretty good indication that we're going to have more players in the World Championship than ever before. Ever before since it's been in Monte Carlo. So there are people that are saying, "Oh, backgammon's dying. It's not growing. We're not doing the things we can do to get people there. Monte Carlo's too expensive. Single elimination is a horrible thing to do." And all these criticisms, and people are voting with their feet, and they're voting to come. And I must tell you, I don't think it's just because the tournament is so great. The atmosphere, the ambiance, the way everything's set up, you've got all morning and large, long dinner breaks to see the city and to eat at incredible restaurants and do wonderful things. Monte Carlo is just an incredible place to be. Okay, Mochy's walking back in. I can tell you, you're both playing great. I just told Mochy they're both playing great. I don't know if I just broke any rules by telling him that on break. I really don't know. But I don't know how it's going to hurt the outcome of the match any. So I think he should be able to say things that don't hurt the outcome of the match. If I were to tell him that he should be playing Gammon Go and coach him, that might be wrong, but I don't know if anybody would object for my telling Mochy anything. So that's another aspect of this. So all the excitement is over on Stream 1, the finals of the Open at double match point. So you might want to go watch that and shoot back to here too.
Just switch it on. Okay, just so we're not picking it because it's really loud.
Okay.
I need to turn this.
Congratulations. Okay, we will manage now. As soon as you're ready, we go out. Then,
If you missed it, a double match point. We had a very, very exciting finish, and Joe Russell rolled a big double roll to get by and double fives and win the match. And it was a very, very exciting finish and a very, very close match. We're going to switch to stream one. Okay. All right, we'll be right with you. We're going to switch. We're going to be on.
Sure, sure. So there was no commentary?
No. Well, there was commentary, but no XG.
Ah.
There was, so they're probably gonna move it to the big.
Well, actually, Olsen is probably doing
Oh, really?
commentary as well.
Oh, nice. Oh, commentary? He's streaming it on the.
Yeah,
somewhere.
he's streaming in my channel,
Oh, okay.
and usually he also does commentary.
Okay, nice.
Okay, you're fine to start.
Okay.
My apologies for any delay.
Did it just get colder here? Yeah, right? Yeah. It's okay. I'll switch it. Thank you.
That's like a refrigerator here.
Yeah.
All right, so enter.
Yeah.
Is it true? It's okay. All right. Maybe. Let's check. Whatever.
All right, everyone. This is Hossein Paknahat, and I'm gonna be commentating until Bill and Phil are back in the commentary booth. Two one, both from the 24 point. 6-1 all the way to the 6 point. The only play double sixes. There's only one play, right? One to the 5 point and the other one out. Four double threes. This is yeah, I think he could come down. Yeah. this is safer play. 6-1. He leaves the shot for oh, okay. So yeah, sure. You can just avoid hitting and going all the way to the deuce point. The race is even and 6-2. This is huge. Huge swing. 2-1. Mochy can double from the bar, I think. The only problem is that the deuces are duplicated. But even still, it's a double. It's a double by 6%. It's a big double. For these guys, this 5% is a blunder. Okay. He's still taking his time to think about this cube. Okay, he's rolling. 5-1. He's probably happy with the decision by not doubling. Duplicating the 5s. Double 6s. He doesn't cover, but he can attack on the ace point. Double 3s. There's only one play, yeah. The other play was a bit unusual to do. 6-3. Since ZZ is ahead in the race, he's gonna avoid any conflict, any contact. Okay, what is this? No, he can't double. He can't double. Yeah, it's a blunder to double this. He's ahead at the score. He doesn't have to take risks. And this is what Mochy wants, right? Let's see the plus analysis. Yeah, it's even bigger. Bigger of an error to double this. Oh, he doubles. Mochy knows this is a big take. And 3-1. Mochy can redouble with any 3. I was thinking, like, not redoubling, but it's much easier to double now for Mochy in the next couple of rows. If everything goes his way. 3-1. 3-4. Breaks the board. He already killed 2 checkers, but alright. This is, I mean, even this one could be a double. Yeah. 4% double. Wow. World-class play by both. 2.6 for Mochy so far. 2.8 for ZZ. The take was big, of course. 6-5. He's gonna bury the checker because he might need the checker on the 16 point. To maximize the contact. Yep, bury the checker. Because the only way he can win this game is through hitting the opponent's checker, right? He's down in the race. He has a better board. 5-1. (5-2). How about this one? How about this one? This one could be 16-9. Yeah, no other play. I mean, with 6-2, you're gonna get the shot anyway. Let's look at the differences in plus plus. 13-11, 13-8 is interesting by 4%. So Mochy's thinking about all the scenarios that ZZ is forced to leave a shot and then come up with the best move to maximize the contact. ZZ is going to play one of the greatest matches in his lifetime tonight against Thomas Mayer. And the last match is like, this is probably the most exciting UBC final we've ever seen, right? So he's also in his mind, he's also thinking about that important match the whole time, but since he's a monster, he's gonna play everything. He's a monster. He just can't help himself. He played the high roller. This is a long match. He's gonna get tired for sure. But he's the kind of player that, as long as he's playing, okay, Mochy made the error. As long as he's playing, it's like he can play better. So he needs to be in the action. 6-2. I don't think he needs to leave the shot. Your opponent is about to leave the shot anyway. And some rolls like 4-1 or 4-2, he's gonna just hit and cover, right? And just step up with the blot. So I don't think he should just leave the shot. Alright, he made the best play. 6-2. Mochy needs to hit, and he doesn't. Gets the checker in. This is 5-1. He needs to hit. He's leaving the shot anyway. But by hitting, he will increase the winning chances. No, he just needs to hit. There's no other way. No. This is a big blunder. Not to hit. He's leaving the shot anyway. But the thing that's important here, that he can lose a gammon, right? And a gammon could cost him to get the match even. And this is also why he shouldn't have doubled in the first place. This is all he's thinking. That if I get hit, I might get gammoned. So if he gets hit on the 3-point, there's gonna be 2 more bloods, right? Okay. He didn't make the play. That was a blunder. Not an easy move, for sure, but yeah. $3-1. Takes 2 checkers off. 3-2. ZZ doesn't need any more 3s. Mochy needs a doublet. And this could work, right? How many? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and yeah. Double 3s. That wasn't effective too much. Not at all. He still needs 4 rolls. Can he do it? 2-5. Mochy can finish the game right here. And he did. $2.6 for Mochy, 3.2 for ZZ. $6.5. And of course, more hopes for Mochy for the rest of the match. 6-4. Both down. Is it correct? Yep. 6-1. It's back. 2-6. I love these kind of games with a lot of contacts and back and forth. And because Mochy's zone is strong enough with 10 checkers, ZZ needs to just play safe and get the anchor and play down. Yep. Easy stuff for ZZ. Yeah, I like the board too. 6-2. Mochy finds the best play. 3-6. For 3. Making the 9-point is better than getting the advanced anchor. Yep. These are like not too easy plays that they are making it. They make it look easy, right? They just make the best move. And so far they've been playing flawless this game, right? 6-2. Hit both. But making the 7-point makes more sense. but it's kind of a tempo hit as well. So that's why he's taking his time. Wow. This is like next level stuff from both players. Okay. First error of the game. Double fours. It's just gonna make the 5 point and then make the opponent's 5 point. And one checker down, 15-11. Yeah. This one was easy. Double sixes. This is also automatic, or almost. Yeah. It's already a mutual holding game. 6-3. Can he leave the anchor? Yep. He does leave the anchor. Because of the blot, but of course ZZ's gonna attack on him. And 6-4. What a fan. Another fan by Mochy. I don't think it's a double. Still, this is hard to get out from to take the checkers off of the 18 point. It was not a double, and 4 down makes sense. Just like that. Although it's borderline. Either play is fine. Okay. He keeps... Okay, so plus agrees with ZZ. The contact is still there. The connection is there between the 18 point and the rest of the checkers. And this is a double and a pass. The double 6 and the double 6 followed by a fan made it double and a pass. Yeah, this is he couldn't play for gammons. He just needs to get the point and be happy with it. Amir Ashrari in the chat agrees. $11 to 6. So die-on checker is illegal in World Championship format. Double fours. Standard. 3-2. Okay. Now Mochy, does he have a double here? He doesn't. It's too early. The double fours. This is amazing. The next roll. Probably regardless of what he rolls, Mochy can double, right? And it's a pass. We can see it from the equities. So in every aspect of the game, ZZ is the underdog. He has the 24 anchor against the 20 anchor. He has the worst board. He's down 20 pips. These are the reason to pass the cube. For 2. And it's the 8 away, 4 away. Interesting score, 6-4. He does play this one. Okay. It was better to play all the way to the 14 point. How about this one? No. I was thinking about the cube, but it's way too early. Double sixes, and this is a double for sure. And could be difficult to find the best play, to find the cube, to find the take here. 9 checkers in the zone, but a gammonish position. Okay, he takes the cube. He takes the cube and double fours. Making the 5 point is too good to avoid, right? Yeah. The take was hard to find, to be honest. Wasn't that easy. Five, 1. Double fours. Too many double fours for Mochy. In this game, this is the... No, okay. Was from the last game too. And what was the roll? Out. Okay, I need to go back and fix this. What went wrong? Right. I think I need to go back a lot.
What does it mean by that?
That's from 100 seconds.
I'm catching up with the transcription. Ooh, okay. 2 points. Still catching up. Or I could just do this, right? It wouldn't matter too much. This is not a PR game. And as you can watch this game on the Galaxy YouTube channel as well. Ooh, this is interesting. Look at the game. 3 checkers on the bar. double threes. Is this a double? Yep. It's a pass. It's a huge pass. Big double and a bigger pass. Let me see if I can get the XG board on the screen as well. Six four, make the anchor and come down. It's 3 away, 6 away. Aces makes the 5 point, and yep, she doesn't have a lot of ammunition to attack in the home board. 2-1 is not the best roll, but look at this play. This is crazy. That was an ugly play. That computer was suggesting, and Mochy couldn't find it, understandably. 2-1. Now he has to leave the shot with the better board his opponent has. So this one could also play like this. That might actually be okay. This is clear apparently to Mochy to make this play. Double twos. You come in and you hit, and then the last one could be either 18, 16 or 23, 21. What's that timer saying? This is... What is this? I don't think it's 2 seconds. No, it's 80 seconds. Okay, so this clock is different. I don't think this is a ZMF clock. This is different. It's a better variation of it. I'm not sure. Or 1. 4-6 comes in, hits on the 7 point. 72 seconds. Double fives. This is gonna help, right? Three, two. It's with the back checker. Two, one. Mochy left the shot. The error was 4.5%. ZZ has a too many points position, as we call it, TMP, right? So it means that he's gonna be in trouble if he doesn't roll doublets, which he does, and it's a good one. One, three probably comes up to the 21st point. 3, 6 clears the 8 point. Double twos could make the 4 point strong board for Mochy. All he needs to make a hit. Double sixes out. 3 and safe. Yeah. Okay. This was... Let's see the best play. Mochy's play was not the best one. It was 6% error. Five two was interesting. Yeah, cover. And then the last two is obvious. 2-1. He might see the cube if he hits here. Which he doesn't. Of course. He knows that. Double fours. Six one doesn't leave a shot. ZZ's still fine. Mochy's ahead by 7 pips, and after the roll is gonna be 18 pips. That's why computer suggests playing off the anchor. 5-1 was cocked. 4-3 hits. Oh my goodness, he did. Okay, so this is the second play. And Mochy doubles. Beautiful double. A beautiful take. 4-3. This could be expensive for ZZ. 2-1 doesn't help. 2-1 doesn't help. Is there any duplications? I'll always look at the board myself and then look at the XG to kind of get the idea. Okay, so this is like, he probably needed to stay on the 7 point in case of, I'm not sure, 4-5. Mochy still has the chance to hit the other checker as well. 2-1. And this could be a gammon. What a game. ZZ fights back. He's not giving up. One of these aces for ZZ could change the whole game. Probably. It's still hard to win. Or not get gammoned, to be honest. Gammons are way too high. And this double fours, it's a switch play. Double fives? Wow, look at this. This is so interesting. That was so cool. It reminded me of the final, the UBC 2022 final. Mochy versus Sander Lylov. A lot of you can recall that, right? So it was so cool. The dice was just spinning over the checker. And it might have been a problem for Mochy to get that roll, right? Because he's down on time. 3-2. 3-2. He doesn't have to. Yeah. Oh, 3-2. Couldn't he play it safe? Yeah, he could. Is he playing for backgammons? Probably.
Yes, I am. Sorry.
5-1. And Mochy will be ahead in the match for the first time. $13 to $12. 2 away. 3 away. Both players know everything about this score. The problem is that Mochy is down in time, down to 24 seconds. That's crazy. This is a €7,500 high roller. So the only player who can play this game with no pressure is Mochy himself. He's used to it, to play low on time, high stakes. And ZZ almost doesn't need any time for any match. He just thinks about the decisions, but if you give him a minute per game or 3 minutes per game, it's not gonna be a huge difference for him. He can play 2 boards at the same time and still manage to play below 3 probably. Okay, I think this was close, but my rule of thumbs is making the outer board point is better than hitting loose. It's not mine, but yeah, I know it. I don't know from who, but you could use that as well. This was close because of the tempo aspect of it. Okay, this is a 6% no double by ZZ. He aggressively doubles and he misses to hit any checkers. That's what I'm saying. Backgammon. Yeah. I guess Amir is guessing all the right moves before they play. Oh, look at this double fives. Woo. Doesn't have many checkers in the zone, that's the problem. But he still keeps hitting. Mochy needs a 3 or 5. ZZ finally makes the 5 point. 2-1. is good enough. Six, two. Okay. Saves a checker. Mochy would love to get this game into a racing game if he could. But it's not that easy. Not easy at all. Five, three, all the way out. Yeah, the goalkeeper is doing its job. The single blood can do the job. The only downside will be the double fives, maybe not even the double fives. Now he rolls the double fives. He could make the 3 point, making it even harder for Mochy to get out. Double twos. Mochy can hit and cover. Okay. It's down on time. Duplicating the aces by ZZ. Deuces. Again for Mochy. This is better to, yeah, maintain the .6, like blocking the sixes, but getting the 9 point would have been better to keep the guy on the ace point as well. 5-2 was interesting. 4-1, the only play is to just do this. Oh my goodness. This was hard. This was hard. It was a double blunder. 5-2. This was hard to get the bar point. Almost any ace you would come up, right? I'm not sure. What do you guys think about this? This was hard for me. I thought that's the only play. Yeah. This is not the best roll for CZ, right? Not at all. Double fours. Mochy misses. Oops. 2-1. He needs to just play it safe. Okay. He's not willing to leave any shots whatsoever. 2-5. Oh, he stays back. Double fours. Is this a switch? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think so. He can cover the 8 point, but switch makes a lot of gammons. Yep, this is the best play. And you're not leaving any shot for your opponent. 6-5 goes all the way. Five one. Mochy needs 6-1. Sixes. Oh my goodness. I think I made a mistake. I need to go back. Yeah, I realized it now. I'm sorry. I'm catching up. This was hard. Oof. 2-1. Two one for Mochy. Double fours. This is good. Mochy needs a gammon. And ZZ needs to avoid getting gammoned. Finds the best play perfectly. Double fives doesn't work. 5-3. It's not the best roll. Four one. Oh. Did you see the banana split? Oh my goodness. It's 2-3. This is a very interesting game. He needs to hit on the 12 point because he comes out easier on the 24 point. Five four, that's not the case for him. Even double fours wouldn't help Mochy. Let's see how it plays out. This is interesting game. Two, 4. 2, 4. The problem with... Yeah, so this is the second play by a bit, because your double fives leaves a shot, but this play is clean. Even double fives will be fine. Yeah, Mochy's PR 2.6 versus 2.8 from ZZ. Four, 1. Does he cover? I don't think so. Yep. Okay, this was better. Three, 4 now covers. Now hits and covers. ZZ's position is safe, at least for the next roll. And the next roll is probably over for Mochy. First round of the Paddy Rubin high roller.
I didn't see this one yet.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. I'm just streaming the matches. I'm not a commentator, but I try to just hop in to just get the excitement transferred to the players. My pleasure. Okay, so this is it for Mochy for today. He didn't play the Monte Carlo Open, but ZZ is gonna be preparing for tonight's match, the last match of the UBC final. Stay tuned for that. You can watch it on Backgammon Galaxy's YouTube channel, and I'm looking forward to that. Thank you so much. Until the next live stream. Just stay safe and see you, okay? Bye for now.